all the random ones, take out the bad ones, make sure to put in the picked ones, and then we'll see what happens.
We shall see, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Oh, it's funny. So, the players on both teams here, Golden Trio, are literally, as they are called, a group of 3 German players, all 3 of them in the top 15 of matchmaking, Vionics, Giuliano, and Lorenzius. Thank you to SRK for sending me the link earlier. These guys are pure maestros. Lorenzius is 2nd overall. He's, ahead of Eddie and Dexter. And it's not because these guys are in the top, 15 of matchmaking, right? That means that these guys are going to win. But the fact that these guys can hang it with the best of them, Lorenzius on 2nd with 4,365 elo, and Giuliano with 4,254. And I saw Vionics on 4,048. These guys are absolutely just nutcases, I would say. Shift THE were actually really high up there themselves. Eddie was number 1, Dexter was number 3. And they also had just other great players on that team. But when it comes to Exalty Tauro, they do have Kerberos, right, who's number 15, and Anixhammer, who's 14th, but that's it. Right? So you gotta say, well, then what is it? Then it's gonna be Golden Trio who's gonna win. Not so fast. These guys don't exactly aren't exactly known for their matchmaking.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the hot take.
Are you really gonna go against Exalty Tauro?
Oh, it just felt like you were going towards a hot take here. That's what I was hearing.
It's not a hot take to have Exalty Tauro as your favorite.
No.
But I wouldn't be mad if people chose Golden Trio either. They were the underdogs up against Flying Guys. Technically speaking, up on Bueno's channel, he did do a channel point poll. And I mean, 77% of the channel points were on the Flying Guys.
Just saying. There go the doubters, right? That's what I'm saying. Doubt the Golden Trio, lose your channel points. Very simple as that. We don't have any channel points here, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You'll be good.
But once again, like I said, these guys were underdogs heading into these matches, right? They're not exactly household names to most of the people watching here. They're household names to top players who play against them in ranked all the time, right? But they're not to us because these guys don't play in that many tournaments. But because this is a campaign tournament, right? At the end of the day, these guys deserve to be in the finals. These guys are some of the best players on these maps in the entire world.
And they know how to do it live. I think that's the most important difference as well, right? We're not necessarily looking at what their individual times are in each of the maps that we're going to play. It's their live performance. That's how you get that rating. If your live performance isn't good, then you're not going to get that rating. And yeah, this is their this is the podium where they can shine the best. Just to take a quick look at the map order, because we haven't mentioned that at all with 30 seconds remaining in warm-up. We have 7 and 16, which were picked. Then we're going to have a guaranteed 6, 17, and 14. Those are our first 5 maps. If it somehow happens that one of the 2 teams goes 5-0, that's all the maps we're going to see. But if we keep going, all right, if we keep moving on, we're going to see 18. We're going to see 24. We're going to see 25, and if it goes to an all-out 4-4 decider, we're going to see fall 20. So we got all the black tracks in the back end of the map pool, but for now, we're starting off on the green series. It's fall 07. We are live for the grand finals, the Track Mania Seasonal Challenger Series, fall 2021. Let's see, who is it going to be? Is it going to be Exalty Tauro? Is it going to be Golden Trio? Right now, it's looking like Exalty Tauro is going to take off the first round. Commanding lead, first to third. Giuliano behind by 2/10 on a map like this. That's quite a lot of time, and indeed an ace on Exalty Tauro's side to kick off the show.
And a 28-8, no slouching time whatsoever. Top 100 already starting off great. And you can see that this Golden Trio, they're going to need to push hard. We are going to see some 0.7s. We might even see a 0.6 here. And God forbid we see a 0.5, which is a top 10 time in this match. If we see a top 0.5 here. That is PB for most of these players. But I wouldn't be surprised at this rate. We should see everything, right? Every ounce of strength these guys have, every piece of pace these guys have, they will show it to us. Laurentius will win the round. Rotaker and Forever in second. It's all about 4th, 5th, and 6th. And Vionics gets 4th, but Kerberos gets 5th. And that wins Exalty Tauro the round. With Laurentius with the fastest time so far of a 28.72. That is a top 30, 40-ish time.
And right now, it's looking good for Tauro, 2-0 lead. Doing a fine job in their pick. I mean, it is to be expected, right? You pick a map because you're good at it and know you can take an advantage over the other team. And they're leveraging it very well at the moment, right? We see Forever and Rotaker in the lead. Laurentius in between with Kerberos following behind. There's a bit of a yikers on Kerberos' side there, but it doesn't matter in the end. 28-7, 28-8, that's all Forever and Rotaker need to take another round. 3-0. We're flying through follow. 7 Trio is going to have to push back just a little bit. Don't let Tauro get too comfortable. Come on, just push back, give him some pressure, but I guess it's a bit of a pace thing, right?
28.0704, that's enough for 29th in the world, though it is not a PB. It is a very, very fast time. These guys, to win these rounds, they need absolutely extraordinary rounds. But right now, it's not going the way of Exalty Tauro. It's going the way of Golden Trio with a 1-3-6 currently on the cards, and that's what they get. A 1-3-6, and Laurentius keeps on lowering the fastest time of the match. And now we are getting the NTs in the chats here of a 28.67. We went from 29th in the world to 24th in the world with that time. These guys are absolutely nuts, and they keep on lowering this bar. I said it, we might see a 0.6, but if these guys continue as is, we might even see a 0.5. I wouldn't even be surprised. We're
just going to keep pushing and pushing. I mean, they are pushing each other, right? They are going for it. While Tauro, made a few more mistakes than they did in the previous round, so far they are relying on Rotaker and Forever to really bring it home, right? Kerberos making a bit of a mistake there, hitting the wall, but it's Rotaker and Forever. As long as they keep the pace, right? They stay consistent. They are within 0.04 of a second of each other, all right? They got the lines. They practice all the time with each other. It's very clear that they have that pace, they have that speed. They just, don't mess up. And you should be taking rounds. They are 4-1. They are map point at the moment. Just have to do it one more time.
Laurentius is the fastest one out of all these players here on Golden Trio. Giuliano, though, he gets a slowdown. He's down in 4th position. Everyone out of the bottom 3 have it clipped, so it's all Rotaker, Kerberos, and Laurentius. Who's going to win it out? It's going to be Rotaker with a 28.72, but Laurentius with the fastest time of the map by far. That 28.67 is incredible, but it is a win for Exalty Tauro on their map pick, 5-1. But I can't help but feel that Golden Trio, this might be their worst map overall, just judging by what we see in terms of their PBs and just overall pace. They were just behind by, I'd say, like 1.5, 2 tenths, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
1.5, 2 tenths is a lot on a 30-second map.
Oh, but we're gonna have 16 now. Oh, will the players be able to stay in on the dirt on this map? It's not the ice that is most treacherous. No. It's the dirt.
I mean, here's the thing. On the ice, right, is where you gain your speed. But once you have all that speed, it's easy to stay in the ice. It's hard to balance yourself on the dirt. That dirt is what's going to kill most runs. You're going to slide out if you have too much speed, or if you don't slow down fast enough, or if you don't bug slide on them fast enough. It's intense on this map, and the consistency needed to hit the bug slides every single time. You have 2 of them to do the ice to dirt, icy tires on dirt bug slide. It's incredibly difficult to recreate consistently, and if you can do it, right? If you can be a Mika on this map,
you gotta channel your inner Mika. Yeah, this is very true. I mean, he showed us a master class last time when we saw really 16. he was crushing it left, right, and center. Like, no problem, no sweat whatsoever. Ahead by a full second most of the rounds. Just ridiculous.
Last time Mika came onto the map, he did a time fast enough for 7th place in the world if he didn't already have 2nd place. But Chadenis recently, just 4 hours ago, got the 7th overall time. And it was slightly better than the time that Mika did. So Mika's time that he did during the round would be 8th overall currently. Insane.
I mean, this is Trio's pick. Like, why has Trio picked this map? Do we have some intel on that?
I mean, here's what I do have to say. They are consistent on every single map, right? And every single map, they have at least one player in the top 10. Giuliano is 4th, and Laurentius is 11th. They've noticed that no one on Exalty Tauro is even in the top 20. Right? They're hoping that they have the consistency needed, and especially if you're that good at matchmaking and you play a lot of matchmaking, you're gonna play 16 from time to time, right?
This is the free MMR map for them.
Right, exactly. Laurentius with a 38.031, but Giuliano's the only one with a sub 38 with a 37.68. As we head on their way, ladies and gentlemen, if we see a sub 38 in this match, there's only one player who can do it, and that is Giuliano. Let's see if he can bring us a masterclass. Right now, Giuliano in the lead. You see him flying out. Bionic stays in the lead. Volnera is in 2nd. Forever is in 3rd. And Anixhammer is the only one out of the rest who's still alive. Even though he's hit the wall, he's still alive and in 4th. Bionics, he's gonna fly out. Volnera, and he flies out fully. Volnera and Forever will 1 and 2 the round. It's gonna be an ace for Exalty Tauro. The first round of this match. Pushing too much are the Golden Trio, but a 39-3 will not be enough to win most rounds. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna see low 38s here.
Give me a low 38. I mean, we saw Giuliano just going a bit too wide, right? And it lost a lot of speed, but 16 is treacherous. We said it once. I'll say it again. The dirt is where the danger lies. Don't worry about the ice. You're like, I don't like ice. It's the icy wheels.
The ice.
It's the icy wheels on the dirt, and you gotta get that angle right. If you don't get the angle right, if you don't get the speed, like you just fly out. You just fly out. Lorenzo is showing us exactly how it's done by flying out. Giuliano and Phoenix, though, right now, the Golden Trio, just 2 of them remaining in the top 2 with Volnera in hot pursuit. And his teammate Anix, almost 3 seconds behind on the leader. I don't think this is going to be a round win for Exalty again. They had a nice ace happening on the first one, but this time it's going to be a 1-2 punch in return from the Golden Trio. 1-1.
Giuliano nearly had a perfect bug slide out of that last dirt corner. Sadly, he hits the checkpoint. Despite that fact, he still gets a 39.1. He fully hit the last checkpoint. He was at like 0 speed. Despite that fact, he comes 2nd and beats out the time made by Exalty Tauro last round and any Exalty players so far in this map. I feel like Golden Trio definitely have this in the bag if they can stay consistent and do the high 38s, right? I feel like Exalty Tauro will be pushing themselves very hard as 2 of their players fly out. Forever's trying to stay in so he doesn't reset, and that's exactly what happens. He's still alive, but he's still in last. Anixhammer is the only one in the front row for Exalty Tauro, and he's so far behind, he's nowhere to be seen. And Giuliano and Laurentius, look at them, look at how far ahead they are. The perfect speed out of them, and it's a 38-1 out of Giuliano. What did I say? Low 38s is what I expect out of these guys. 38-1 out of Giuliano. Laurentius with a 38-6. These guys are smashing the times of Exalty Tauro. And it's the exact same thing that we saw in the other match, in the other map 07. We just saw how much pace they had up against Golden Trio. Well, now it's Golden Trio's time to show them what they've got.
If they can keep up, I mean, it's the consistency, right? They clearly have the pace. It's just a matter of do not mess up these dirt corners. And right now, you can see most players actually get the corners relatively well. Phoenix and Laurentius being the one in first and second. And Laurentius, in fact, has a lot of speed out of it. Let's see if he's able to get this second, third corner. Well, no, he does slide out in the end, and we have 4 players overtaking him. It's going to be a bit of a photo finish, perhaps a first, second. No, it's going to be a first, third, Volnera and Enix. And let's see, where is Forever? There's Forever.
He's got 12 seconds. Yeah. Imagine he doesn't finish here.
That would be kind of awkward. That would be kind of awkward. Do not DNF. I think that's also one of the things you should never do in this. Do not DNF, right?
We've only seen one DNF, right? Today. And, I mean, did it cost him the round? It didn't cost him no, it cost him a tie. Right. It cost him a tie.
Yes.
Because there were 2 players that didn't finish, but one of them DNF'd. And he possibly had the chance to not DNF. And he would have finished 5th. And I would have tied the round. That's correct. Right now, we've got ourselves a 2-2 game here, and this is so exciting, ladies and gentlemen. Giuliano so far ahead, Laurentius keeping pace in behind. Anixhammer trying to gain speed on both of the players. He's actually slightly catching up, but he's got another dirt turn here, and he's flying out. He's nowhere to be seen, ladies and gentlemen. Giuliano and Laurentius, 1 and 2. Volnera in 3rd. Vionics, he could catch up. No, he's going to stay 4th, but low 38s is what we like to see, ladies and gentlemen. Giuliano just pulling out the big gun, saying, no, this is our map. You might be keeping up with the consistency, but we are gonna keep up with our speed. The 38s, a player on Exalty Tauro haven't even touched a 38 so far on this map. And here we go with Giuliano and Laurentius getting 38s every other round. It's insane. These guys have so much pace. A force to be reckoned with, if you will.
It's really working out for him. I mean, to be fair, the score at the moment, only 3-2 in favor of Trio, despite the great times being driven by Giuliano and Laurentius. Though, with a dirt corner like that, it's looking like success is going to repeat itself. Ionics in 3rd now. Volnera falling down in 4th, just not having as much speed there. Enix coming in. Look at the pace out of nowhere. Shot forward like a rocket. Laurentius not having the best corner, but it looked like Enix had an even worse one. So it's going to be another 1-2 knockout punch. And they find themselves on map point. Trio could even up the score 1-1.
And another 38 out of Giuliano. It's a high 38, right? Mid to high 38. But Laurentius with a mid 39 gets them to 2nd place. And that's all they need, right? They don't exactly need to go for PBs every round, right? It's just a show of dominance, right? It's as if Golden Trio were T-posing on top of Exalty Tauro on this one map, right? Just like Exalty Tauro did it on last map. Vionics, though, having a really bad start. He'll be far behind, as well as Forever. So it's really a 2v2 at the front until one of the players does fly out. I think that was Anix. Yeah, that was Anix. Volnera is still keeping tabs with Laurentius and Giuliano, but they're so far in front. Oh my goodness, Giuliano and Laurentius, they will not fly out, though Giuliano does hit the wall. He is completely fine. He has full speed, and full speed ahead he goes, winning the round 38-9. Volnera in 2nd, but Vionics gets 3rd, and all they need now...
A bit of a crash there from Enix.
Bit of a crash, but it doesn't really matter, because all Laurentius had to do was finish. So GG's in chat. Once again, we are tied at 1, ladies and gentlemen, and both teams now are looking for 4 more maps to win this one out. We still have 7 possible maps to play on. Oh, wow.
I mean, it's going to be a bit of a quick map for the next one. We're going to Fall 06. Not a long map at all. We'll fly through that one. We'll just see how the pace is, right? This is the first of the 7 random maps in this situation. We'll see how it'll pay off, right? This is a lot more like I'm just queuing up for rank. Let's see what pops up, right? We've already banned some maps. We've banned 9, we've banned 13, we've banned 19, and we've banned 11.
Reminder that Golden Trio. Ooh, go ahead, sorry. I thought you were done.
No. So 6 is going to be an interesting one. Like, we do not... We have 1. This is the lowest one, yeah. We only have Fall 06, Fall 07. Everything else is either in the 10s or 20s.
Sure. So Golden Trio, this is the map where they knocked out the flying guys. However, 3 Exalty players are in the top 15. Volnera, Anix, and Rotaker. All of them with 26.65 or lower. And those are just the PBs, obviously. Their pace could be obviously slightly slower. But Golden Trio, their fastest player is Giuliano with a 26.6 of his own. The Golden Trio aren't exactly the fastest players when it comes to hunting these maps, but I'm pretty sure these guys don't actually hunt the maps. These guys only play ranked, correct? So all these times that these guys have gotten is during ranked matches. If from what I've read is true. So Lorenzius in 56 with a 26.7. These are paces that these guys can do during rounds. So expect 26.7s, 20, a low 26.7 would be pretty good. A high 26.6 could be pretty much the fastest time that we see. If we see a mid 26.6, that'd be insane.
I can't see a second. Oh, Lorenzius apparently drove a PB just now.
Wait.
In warm-up.
Did he just drive? Yeah, he just drove a PB. There you go. These guys have the pace, and these guys have done it during rounds.
Warm-up king coming in.
Wait, 26.688, correct? But it's warm-up. Does it count? Does it count during a warm-up?
688?
No, it doesn't count. Sadly, It doesn't count. That would give him the 40th fastest time, but that's just going to make people shake in their boots. It doesn't count because it is in warm-up.
It is a bit of, a bit of confidence booster, right? Knowing, all right, I got the pace in my hands.
26, not 36.
It might be in warm-up, but if you've done it once, who says you can't do it again?
And Vionics is in third again, 26.71. Every guy here can do a low 0.7. Everyone in this lobby can do a low 0.7. And they've done it in rounds. Every single player here. So this is all about consistency. Who's not going to crash? This map isn't about who's fastest. It's about who's not going to crash at this point. Because to be fast, you need to risk. These guys are going to be fighting over thousandths of a second. These guys are going to be inside of each other for most of this round. Let's see it. Round number 1 underway, ladies and gentlemen. Out of map number 3. We have a minimum of 4 more maps left to play, and this one is one of them. That is Lorenzius. That is out already. He clips it to the wall, trying to gain those few precious thousandths of a second. Giuliano's in the lead. Doesn't mean much for the moment because everyone can switch places at any point in time. Giuliano hugging the wall, and he nearly gets it. But here's Vionics. Does he get third? Yes, he does. He snipes Kerberos right at the end. And look at that low 26.71. That's pretty much his PB. These guys can drive their PBs on this map.
I mean, you have to. On a map on Fallout 6, I'd be surprised if they didn't. Because of how... True. I mean, it's a relatively short map. It's a very well optimized map. I'd be extremely surprised if for some reason players would drop like 2/10, 3/10 of a second. Maybe not consistently, but I'm expecting those to happen. Like, you're gonna have a bad day otherwise if for some reason you're just not hitting that pace on a map as short as this one. And we can see it. We're already at the final few corners, but this time Giuliano goes a bit too wide there. And we're gonna have a return ace coming in from Exalty Tauro, losing one round only to take the next one in such a dominating fashion. That is 28. It's 26 sevens. We've got some 8s happening as well. This is what we're going to see, right? There's going to be, as long as nobody makes a mistake, I'd say like a few tenths of a second between all players.
The goal of this map is to get a 26-7 without crashing, right? And if you crash, that's what Giuliano tried to do, right? He goes wide out of those to gain more speed at the end there, as that is, again, Lorenzius crashing out. But I feel like the Golden Trio actually has more pace than Exalty Tauro when it comes to this map. It just comes down to will they crash more often or not. Giuliano will win the round. Road Taker actually snipes him. Oh, wow. He gets into the finish faster, and Vionics gets sniped himself. Look at these low times. Most of these times are faster than everyone else's PB who's watching this game. Oh my goodness, these guys are fast.
I can guarantee that. That was a ridiculously close one, but this is what I'm expecting, especially in the grand finals. All right, what do you mean you're not driving your best if you're in the grand finals? Something is up. Road Taker, Anix, come on. What's going on? Hey, come on. Giuliano, what are you doing? All right, I'm just calling players out. We just got Lorenzius, Kerberos, and Vionics fighting it out for father's approval. Who is it going to be? Kerberos is not going to be it, and we're going to have a 1-2 knockout punch coming in from Golden Trio.
Don't crash the finish.
Taking it around.
Laurentius and Vionics there, low to mid 70.7s. If we see a 0.6 in this match, that would be absolutely insane, but I'm only expecting a high 0.6. If we see a mid 0.6, that would be in the realms of a top 20 time on a map where a 0.7 is nearly top 100, right? So at this point in time, right, there's so much, this map is super competitive for world record, right? And for just top times in general. So if you can drive anywhere near that consistently, you're going to win most of these rounds, and that's exactly what Golden Trio can do. But so can Exalty Tauro, because they don't crash out as much. As here we go, Lorenzi's going to win the round, Road Taker's going to be second, but who's in behind? Annex, Vionics, Giuliano, and can the... No, that's it, that's the win, because that's a 1-4-5, that's 11 points. Sorry, I thought that was first place for Road Taker for a second.
It was close, it was close, but it's been close pretty much every round.
That was very close indeed.
It's just ridiculous to see. I mean, we're having a back and forth, right? We have 2-3 at the moment in favor of Golden Trio. I wouldn't be surprised if next round were to go to Tauro and then back to Golden Trio and then back to Tauro, right? Going down to a 4-4. But I can't predict the future. I don't think you can either, otherwise we probably would have been rich on the lottery tickets, and instead we're having an extremely close round up to the finish line. Road Taker in first, Kerberos in fourth, and Anix in sixth. That is not enough, all right? That's not gonna cut it. That's 10 points. I actually can count up to 10, not to 11, but that's what Trio can do, and that earns them a round win.
I said it before, and I'll say it again, it looked like a Golden Trio map just based off of, even though Exalty Tauros, all three of their players were in the top 15, right? Giuliano, Lorenzius, and Vionics, all three of them only play rounds. The fact that these guys hunt and got these times, not by hunting, but by doing them in rounds, just shows their consistency. Giuliano right now, could he snipe Kerberos? It's gonna be close! Kerberos just slightly stays ahead, and both of them with 0.6s! What? That's insane! These guys are on the edge! They're playing at the top of their game! Everyone NT's in chat! Because of course you do! It's a round for Exalty Tauro, but they're gonna need 2 more of those to win this map. They're probably gonna need more 0.6s, and that's the first one we've seen. Maybe we can see more.
Maybe we can. I mean, this is what I love, right? I already said it earlier on. This is why competition is great. It breeds this competitiveness, this need to go faster, pushing each corner harder and harder than you normally would when you're just hunting times. You can see they're all going at it hard. Anix in the end having a bit of a wider jump there, and it's looking like Golden Trio will be taking it with an ace, 2-1 lead, and the first time actually that Tauro has lost 2 maps in a row against not even in a row, sorry, just down like 1-2. Like they have never seen a 2 on the other team. Like that hasn't happened. This is not a thing. I mean, Giuliano just drives a casual 701 as well. I at this point I'm just expecting them really, but it's ridiculous. It's insane to see Golden Trio as well just fighting as hard as they are. We're gonna move on to 17. Also a quick little tidbit reminder in between while we make our way to the next map. Do stick around until the end of the stream. We've got a little bit of a surprise, a little bit of a cool trailer going on. So you don't want to miss that.
You definitely don't. We are heading on to 17, ladies and gentlemen. The map I call the least competitive matchmaking map. Why do I call this the least competitive matchmaking map? Because the first checkpoint is 14 to 15 seconds into the map. That means if you crash at any point at the start, you are done for. There are only 3 checkpoints on this map, right? And these respawns take forever. If you make a single mistake on this map, you are not coming anywhere near that podium. So right now, these guys need to stay consistent, and they need to make sure that they gain as much time as they possibly can, while also not dying out. And this is pretty much the same thing as map 06 that we just saw, right? Being consistent, but being consistently fast is going to be what's important here. We did see Simply Nick getting a cut on this map, but no one's done it yet on world record pace. And I don't even know if it's actually faster than well, world record actual pace to cut the map. But there is a cut on this map. It is possible.
Yeah.
There is, but I don't think it's not usable whatsoever. It's not like on map 23 where Annex Hammer could do it, right? Possibly during the match, if given the opportunity.
Who knows? Maybe just... I mean, but that's also because there aren't that many checkpoints. When there are not as many checkpoints as, you know, I don't know, like a checkpoint every 2 corners, right? 1 to 2 corners.
Right.
Cuts are bound to be found. It's just a simple way of it. I mean, that what is it? That pipe they have to drive through is yeah. I mean, you're going in there with reactor boost. There's so much open space. There's not a checkpoint in sight. Of course you're gonna take it, right? Of course you're gonna take it.
You want to know,
but it's very inconsistent to do it live. If when you're hunting, hey, go for it, right? Play around with it. You might get the perfect lineup. I would never do that live.
These players, Laurentius and Vionics, during rounds have been capable of sub-34s on this map. World record is 33.72. These guys hunt during matchmaking, ladies and gentlemen. Rotaker is in second, but all of his other teammates don't have a 34. We could possibly see 33 today on a map like this. This would be unprecedented. That would be an insane time. Could we see a top 10 time here off of the start? Well, Rotaker is going to take the biggest lead, and Vionics does clip out. Rotaker and Laurentius will fight for said lead at the start here, and actually Rotaker loses some time and does not get a 14-second first checkpoint, and Laurentius is running away with it, but his teammates nowhere near behind him, and he's got 3 opponents just behind. I'm not sure if they're gonna crash out. I don't think so whatsoever. They could just safe it to the finish. Laurentius with a 34-3. It's a low to mid 34. That's exactly what we're gonna see for the fastest times on these maps, but I think we could possibly see a really fast time out of these. Just you wait and see.
I mean, in some ways, this map does remind me of Spring 9. Am I saying that correctly? Spring 9 or Summer 9? I believe it was Spring 9, right? In the way it flows, in the way
Summer 09 was the head bunk.
It was Spring 09. Spring 09 was the dirt track. That was also one of the maps where Tauro was shining really the brightest. Like, nobody could keep up.
It's actually my favorite campaign map, still to this day.
It's such a good map, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to help out Tauro as much. Right, you've got Rotaker in the lead forever, sandwiching Laurentius. This is just a great map for them, right? You got these random maps, and sometimes they're in your favor, and sometimes they're not. And we know Exalty Tauro, they know how to drive dirt. We know they know how to drive dirt. I don't know if Golden Trio is as good as that, because they got the pace.
Yeah, Exalty Tauro does have the pace, but we have yet to see a really good time, right? True. That being said, a 0.3 is still like top 100, right? But for them, right? Normally they drive faster than top 100 times, right? Every single map we've seen so far, they're driving top 30, top 40 times as some of the fastest laps that they're doing. Right now, Laurentius and Rotaker, they're fighting for that title. Right now, they're actually faster to this checkpoint by 0.2, and Laurentius risking too much, gaining too little. Rotaker has a big lead, and he's got a really nice time brewing up for him. This could be a 0.1. What will it be? It's a 0.1!
It is. Wow. Calling it out. 2/10 of a second. Yeah, Tauro hitting it up hard. Again, a fast map, right? Just 35 seconds on average, right? With some crashes here and there, and we're just flying through. Tauro already leading 3-0. This is a great position for them. They are behind overall in the match, so this could be a good opportunity for them to bring it 2-2. They just need to make sure they don't jump a bit too high. So far, it's been the high jumps onto the quarter pipes, right? That's where we've been seeing some players fall down. In this case, we've got Volnera and Forever together with Laurentius and Giuliano duking it out. Like, any of these players could come into first, second, third, though. It looks like Laurentius is starting to run away with it. Forever and Volnera in second and third. Is it going to be enough? Giuliano in in fourth place, Vionics in fifth. If I can count correctly, carry the one. That's a round win for Trio.
Rotaker, their fastest player on Exalty Tauro, not finishing with a 34, which obviously their fastest player, but the other players can hold their ground as well, and that's not a hit towards any of these players here. These guys drive amazingly fast. Giuliano, though, he's on a tear of a lap right now. Actually, he's driving really, really fast. I don't think he can beat Road Taker's time that he did earlier, but it's relatively close. It's within the ballpark. This is also on 0.1 pace at the current moment. Let's see what he can do. He's really fast. Road Taker just in behind. Vionics will try to overtake Road Taker, but Road Taker going for the overtake on Giuliano. Giuliano, though, with a 0.28. Very, very close. Road Taker will get second, but Forever snipes Vionics at the end. Oh, and that would have won Golden Trio the round had that snipe not come in. Exalty Tauro snipe that fifth round, and they have 4.
Yeah. Yeah, 4-1. I mean, that was a very nice round indeed. Tauro still in a great spot to close out the map right now. They just need to keep up the pace, not make any mistakes, because it's been mistakes really that hurt them, right? As long as no mistakes happen, the lines are okay, they're fine, right? There's not like, oh, I need to slow down a little bit. No, they can just go all out. Right now, Road Taker in the lead, Laurentius and Giuliano, and second and third, it's changing the 2 spots, but with Forever and Volnera right behind them, that's just going to be another round win for Exalty Tauro, and we are 2-2.
Congratulations, we got ourselves a tight match, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly what we wanted, right? We wanted a team that could challenge Exalty Tauro. Heading into this match, Exalty Tauro had only won everything and only lost one single map to a team not named Shift, right? Shift had won on 2 separate maps, on 21 and on 14, right? Against Exalty Tauro. And that was on 2 separate matches, right? The only other map that they lost, I'm not too sure who they lost it to.
I can check for you real quick, maybe.
Okay.
It was Eagles.
It was Eagles. And the Eagles were a pretty good team. Sadly, they got eliminated, I do believe, in the quarterfinals. That's right. To Exalty Tauro.
It's Exalty Tauro, yeah. Exalty Tauro just had rematches in the quarterfinals and semifinals.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys, absolute beasts. So right now, the fact that Golden Trio have stolen 2 maps away from Exalty Tauro, I just think that while Golden Trio overall weren't the most dominant team in TSCS so far, they have been able to keep up with every single team that has punched, and they've punched above their weight, right? They've completely just shown up at this tournament and showed us that even players who are not household names to most players, right? To most players who aren't top 100 or don't look at trackmania.io that often and see, hey, who's this guy? On every map, who's practically top 20 on every map, you know? Well, these guys are absolutely great at what they do, and they just show us that their PBs are actually just their pace, right? Meanwhile, we don't know exactly what Exalty Tauro can bring to us. And on the fact that we're on 14, with Golden Trio actually pretty fast on this map as well, this is looking like a Golden Trio lead once again, 3-2. And if they could do it, that'd be absolutely insane. But Exalty Tauro still have a chance. They were fast on this map, right? It's just that they weren't fast enough to beat Shift on it.
Exactly. And it was Shift's pick as well. That, you know, and we saw the Shift players all had top times on 14. So it was a very, very sensible pick for them as well. And yeah, it was just a matter of Exalty Tauro just not having that pace. Yeah, there were mistakes here and there. We've mentioned it before. 14 is one of those maps where pushing those corners is what will make the mistakes. The map itself is not the issue. It's just pushing for that speed, going as wide as possible, going as low as possible on these jumps as well. That's what you need to do to get these points in, and that's where they've been faltering versus Shift. But we'll see how it goes now as we are live. Map number 5, Fall 14. Exalty Tauro versus Golden Trio. We're 2-2 overall, and it's looking like a nice round to kick things off. It is a bit of a 2v3 at the front. Kerberos just jumps a bit wide. Vionics able to overtake, but it's going to be Anix Aimer, Volnera, and Kerberos with a 1-3-5. Exalty Tauro cracks open map number 5 with a map round win. I'm saying all these words through each other. I don't know what I'm saying. Ugh, words.
I do believe that time is exactly, oh, it's 101st, so not a top 100 time. How dare they have a winning time not in top 100? Not even top 100. It's top 101 for a .873. So that's exactly about the times that we're expecting for the fastest times, but we could times dip into the .7s. And I mean, Laurentius has done a .6 in a match before. So let's see what he can bring to us here. Let's see what this entirety of Golden Trio can do. Right now, Laurentius in the lead. Giuliano is in second with a better jump on the water. They're 1 and 2, and easy as that, Laurentius shows us a low .8. That's wonderfully done for him. And Giuliano in second place will win them the round. 1-1.
1-1. I mean, there's one thing that we've kind of neglected to mention when it comes to strategy, right? To dealing with these random maps. Yeah, you've got your packs. Yeah, you've got your bans, and those will help you out in picking and counter picking. But the random maps, you're very dependent on how many players you have in your team, and with the Golden Trio only having 3 players to pick from, whereas Exalty Tauro has 5, they have a lot of flexibility when it comes to, okay, who are going to field for this one, who are going to field for this one. You can see it right now, right? We've got Kerberos, we've got Anexamer, we've got Volnera. We don't see Rotic, we don't see Forever, because they're probably like, you know what, you guys take it. You can see it in the times as well. We've got a second and third coming in from Kerberos and Anexamer, though it is a round win for Trio. It's just helping them out, right? They can put in different people whenever they need to.
But, however, that means every player on this Golden Trio team is consistent on every single map, to a certain extent, of course, right? They weren't that consistent on 17, right? But they were still pretty fast overall. But the consistency from playing matchmaking all the time and being top players in matchmaking is exactly this, right? That's exactly what it gives them. It gives them the opportunity to show everyone that, hey, we might not hunt these tracks for world records and fastest times, but we definitely have the pace. Laurentius in the lead. Volnera fighting with Giuliano. Who is it going to be? They're inside of each other. Giuliano slightly edges up Volnera. This is slightly slower times at the top here, but everyone crashed out. Slightly safer times will win the round when you risk just a little too much and gain just a little too little.
A little too little.
A little too little.
A little too little. I love that. We're going to keep that one in. A little too little. I say dumb stuff all the time as well, but I like a little too little. That's a good one. All right, so in terms of score, quick look. We've got 1 round going to Exalty Tauro and 3 rounds to Golden Trio. It's looking like Random is on their side for this one. They're doing a fantastic job, and you can see it in their pace right now as well. Giuliano in the lead. Kerberos and Vernal are having a bit more exit speed throughout that, but no one really giving away too much of an inch. It's going to come down to this water bounce once again. A photo finish to close things out. Look at the times between these players. Like, what is this? What is this? I mean, it's a 1-3-5. Golden Trio picks up that round, but with 1/10 of a second between numbers 1 through 5. What the heck? It's too close to call. I can't just say like, oh yeah, no, this is gonna be an easy, easy win. No, there's no way in hell.
It was easier to say that on 06, in my opinion, to be fair, right? Because 06, it just looked better for Golden Trio. But on this end right now, Golden Trio, it is also looking better for them on this one, because it is 4-1. Laurentius in the lead. He might get a slowdown. Yes, he will. Ooh. But so does Kerberos, who just hits into the checkpoint. Giuliano gets a slowdown. Anexamer versus Vionics. Anexamer goes for the 50% on the action keys, and that will give him the win with a 34.0. That's such a slow time considering everything we've seen so far. Volnera gets third, and so as long as the last... Kerberos,
yeah,
you need to finish.
I was looking around.
Kerberos,
where is he?
Kerberos, oh no!
Do it.
He
in
won't
the action
finish.
Style.
Kerberos won't finish. It's a tie. Oh no! Disaster!
It's actually a tie. That's the first tie we've actually seen so far. That's the first time we've seen in this tournament. Okay. I mean, he did mess up the water bounce, and I guess he was like, you know what, never mind. But I don't think that was the right call.
I don't think so either. He had one opportunity, one shot, did not use it.
Did not use it. There goes the mom spaghetti. Right now, though, they might be able to take a point out of it. Though Vonera went a bit wide there. It's looking like Anixhammer is the one bringing in the 6 points once again with Laurentius in second. Kerberos in third. So they just need a finisher. Just finish. Vonera is going to do just that. He's just going to finish. He takes 2 points along with it as well. Exalty Tauro fights back, picks up another round, but you're still a bit in a tough spot. Trio still in the lead 4-2.
Giuliano again showing us that jumping off of the side of the looping will more than likely not give you the the finish. It's very hard to finish when you're in that situation for sure, right? It's completely understandable. The last checkpoint is practically non-respawnable. But that being said, you still gotta try to go for that looping, right? If you have the reactor boost, go for the looping, right? Just don't jump off. As Anixhammer and Kerberos are bringing this one back, but Kerberos, he's gonna get overtaken. Anixhammer's gonna win. Kerberos, he doesn't get overtaken by Giuliano. It's very close. Look at the times, though.
Very close.
It's so close. And now we are tied. No, we're not. Sorry, I keep forgetting there was a tied round.
There was a draw, yeah.
There was a draw, so it's 4-3 now for Golden Trio. They had 4 opportunities to close this one out. They only have 2 left.
They're gonna have to make use of that. Would be great for them to take the lead in the match once more. Gives them a bit of a buffer in case there is one of the maps that might be a bit weaker on their side. Do keep in mind, this is a best of 9. First to win 5 maps is gonna do it, and Anix is the one falling off this time, clips the checkpoint. So this could be an opportunity for Golden Trio to pick up this map. Ooh, Kerberos and Vanilla in second and third. Laurentius in first quite comfortably, but Giuliano has the Onyx.
That's it. Kerberos crashed.
Ooh, crash from Kerberos seals the deal. That is 3-2 going to Golden Trio, the first team to give Tauro a run for their money. This is not a cakewalk for the #1 seed.
It definitely is. Golden Trio. I mean, coming into this match, Golden Trio, I don't think they even 3-0'd any team, right? There are certain maps that certain teams are really good on, right? Certain teams have had players who hunted so hard on these maps, right? But Golden Trio are just consistent on every map, right? They've been able to get top, I'd say 50 times for nearly every player on every single map, right? Just by playing matchmaking, it's impressive. It's not something I'm used to seeing. It's not something I'm used to hearing, right? And to me, like, I see PBs and I'm like, okay, maybe they're going to be 0.2 behind that, you know? I don't expect them to be that fast. These guys are driving practically PBs every single round.
They are.
They're trying.
I mean, we saw a warm-up PB even.
Right. We saw a warm-up PB, which just shows you how insane these guys are on these maps. These guys are fast. They're not just consistent on every map. Can do okay 0.2 behind my hunted PB. No. These guys just don't hunt. That's the crazy thing. These guys are practically all 3 of them are top 15 players in this campaign, without ever hunting any single map.
They do the real hunting. They only hunt live, all right? That's the true map, the true discovery, all right? If you want to do a map discovery, you do it in competitive. Come on, what else are you doing? Hey, what? You're just going into single player and checking out the maps on your own? Please. You go for the MMR right away. Just grab him by the jugular, and anyone else who's in there as well is as big a chat as you are, because look, you don't know what to expect, you have no clue what's coming, and you're just throwing out your MMR because, hey, I got this. 18 though. 18. It's a great map until the end. I think something most people would say.
This Keck W ending just ruins everyone's expectations of this map. But if you get it consistently, that is exactly what you like to see. Now, however, Golden Trio have both the players in 19th and 21st, Laurentius and Giuliano, right? You've got, where's this last Golden Trio? Onyx, he's in 53rd. 38.4 is the slowest, is the fastest time he's ever done on this map. And for the other two, 38.2s. But I'm looking around, I don't see an Exalty player. Hold on. Am I blind? I probably am. Roadtaker, there he is. 28th, 38.3. Is there another Exalty player? Anixhammer, there you go. 47.
Anixhammer, yeah.
38.4. And then it's... Oh, wow. Yeah, but these are hunted times, right? These are not round times.
No.
I think Golden Trio might have an opportunity to go up 4-2 here. And especially that they play this map. I mean, they play every map very often on matchmaking. I would think that they've got the final turn down.
Would be the upper hand. I mean, after this, we do go into the Black Series with 24 and 25. So we'll see how that'll pay off. If they can take the lead, that would be very comfortable for Golden Trio, just knowing they need just the one map. They are in the driver's seat. Exalty Tauro behind in a match for the first time in the tournament. But it's looking good. Good start so far. We've got Giuliano falling out there. Volnera in the lead together with his teammate Alex Zimmer. Valencia's in third, Forever in fourth, but we've seen this map before. We know that what happens here isn't necessarily the entire story. It's about that water ski section, the Zoop. Here we go. Now this is pod racing.
And Lorenzius knows how to do it. That's insane. Sadly, though, Giuliano will not come in fifth as Vionics comes in fourth. So it's a round win for Exalty.
Exalty round win comes in. Yeah, I mean, so far, it hasn't been about the first round. I mean, the first round in the pick maps kind of set the stage, right? And gave us a good idea of what was to be expected. But with the random ones, not so much, right? Not so much. We've seen some back and forths, and I'm curious to see if this is a sign of things to come, or maybe just a bit of an error on Trio side right now, though. It is a 3v2 until Giuliano has a bit of an awkward dive into the water. So a 2v2 it'll be. Lorenzius being hunted down by Volnera and Forever. Vionics lagging behind by about 0.3 of a second. How will the water skiing do? Lorenzius goes in. Volnera and Forever all look good. All good lines, honestly. All good lines. Yeah, I mean, that was crisp. That was crisp.
38-3 is a top 30 time.
All right, we can get rid of the clowns. Yeah, we don't need them.
Top 30.
What do you mean I already paid for them? I don't. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. No, they're doing a great job. They're doing a great job. This is this is unlike what we've seen before in the tournament, which is, I mean, you shouldn't be surprised that, you know, the top two teams are driving great in the grand finals. Yet, you know, we've seen this before. We've seen this map before with other teams that are also great.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with this. Oh no, Lorenzius, he doesn't get the bounce out of the water. That is a nice little bug there that doesn't happen too often, but it really sucks when it does. Kind of the same thing as map 09, where when that water bug does happen, it sucks. Yep. But Giuliano has the lead, and if one of these players can't do the finish, that's Volnera, and that is the other player too. Giuliano and Vionics won 3. And look at the time out of Giuliano, it's a 38-2. 38-6. Wait, that might be his PB. No, it's just he's less than 100. It's less than 100.
No way.
He drove literally his PB.
An amazing time.
Whoa.
Oh, what a crazy finish! But this is what I expected. There you go. Okay, my mind is at ease. I was surprised for a second there, like what?
My brain is melting seeing these guys go at it. And look at that, Golden Trio have turned up and made a lot of Tauro fans really open their eyes here, because there's actual competition. Lorenzius in the lead. Giuliano is in third, fighting with Volnera. Will they get the ending? That's all that really matters here at this point in time. Volnera and Lorenzius are inside of each other, neck and neck. It all depends on the ending. Lorenzius goes wide, he'll fail. But look at the times. 38-5 and 38-6 out of Volnera and Giuliano is still top 100. Forever gets third and Annex gets fourth, and it's 2-2. Oh my goodness, this map is either going to make or break Exalty Tauro here. This either propels them into a 3-3 tie, or it's 4-2, and Exalty Tauro need to be perfect on the last 3 maps.
It's, I mean, so far, looking at what we've seen from the map, it's really been the water, right? It's been that dive into the water through which we've lost players, and it's been the water ski section at the end. Other than that, these players are doing a fantastic job on the track, keeping up with each other, you know, just bit by bit, pace by pace. It's this water right here. This time it's Alex Zimmer not getting the jump out. Somehow his wheels decided to stick to the bottom of the pool. and has to rely on his teammates, River and Vonera, who are in first and second. Though Laurentius is trying to put a stop to that. Is he going to be able to do so? However, it's going to come down to that.
Yes, he will! Ooh.
It's going to come down to it, and it did. It was that little block in the middle. You got to avoid it, and if you don't, it'll bounce you all the way out. Trio picks up the round, 3-2.
I don't know if you see how Laurentius drives that ending. He does it unlike anyone else, and he's consistent at it. He goes really wide. Everyone else tries to drive inside to get that reactor boost, right? They're trying to be on the left side of the checkpoint. This guy goes all the way to the right side of the checkpoint, and he drives so fast out of that exit. And he's so consistent at just winning that, like sniping 2 or 3 players at the ending there by doing his little trick. That, I don't know how that's consistent, but it is. Laurentius makes it work. And that is absolutely insane. Anixhammer and Volnera, they're 1 and 2 at the current moment. Fighting with Giuliano, it's literally inside of each other because they're less than 0.02 of a second separating each of these players. Volnera will take the lead over Giuliano, but Giuliano has less speed. Anixhammer might even overtake. No, it's going to be Forever that overtakes Anixhammer, but it's still a round win for Exalty Tauro. We're tied at 3. 3 more rounds to go here, at most, unless we get another tie somehow. I don't expect there to be DNFs though on this map.
No, this map, I mean, it doesn't have as many harsh respawns, right? Like 14 just had that last respawn in it. It can really hurt you if you mess that one up. But I don't think we're gonna see any draws on this one. But I would not be surprised if we do end up with a 4-4 scoreline, but that is neither here nor there. Right now it's 3-3, and we already see Anixhammer falling off there, and we're having a 3v2 in favor of Golden Trio. No one making a mistake on the water, or I should say the water isn't making a mistake right there. But look at that top 4, so close together. They're just exchanging places left and right. We're keeping an eye on Vionics, so we have a good overview of what happens on the finish line. Who's going to bounce out? Who's going to go in? We see Giuliano being the one bouncing out. Laurentius picks up the number 1. Vionics in 4th, and Giuliano does pick up that number 5. 6, 3, 2, makes 11. That is a round win for Golden Trio, and they need 1 more to win the map and go 4-2 overall. But on Fall 18? I don't know.
This next round and then one after this, if Exalty Tauro wins it, are must-win rounds. If they lose this map, they might as well just give up the championship because they'll be down by 2 maps and they'll need 3 in a row to win it out. That's practically an impossible task to do up against this golden trio of a team who know how to play every single map practically flawlessly. And here we go, Laurentius, Giuliano, 1 and 2. They were best buds when it comes to this map. They are neck and neck with each other when it comes to when it comes to their PBs. Let's see if Giuliano has more speed. Volnera, he'll come through. He'll get first place, but Laurentius and Giuliano Vionics get 2, 3, 4. It is a victory for Golden Trio. It is 4-2 in the maps. Ladies and gentlemen, Exalty Tauro have their backs against the wall. And there's only 3 maps left to play at most.
At most, 24 is going to be our next map. I just want to take quick focus on how did Vionics just survive? How did he just survive? He was just, I don't know, how did he survive? He was just a pinball. It was just a pinball going down the gutter, and all right, you know, all right. It's all I can say. Those are the moments where the bounces help you out. Usually they just bounce you out, and you're like, I missed the finish line this time. No problem whatsoever. I got this.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I think he just went into slow-mo.
We got 3 of the hardest maps left to go here. We've got map number 24 upcoming here. I would say that's the 3rd hardest map to be consistent on. Well, not consistent on, that's 19. That's the hardest to get consistent on, as well as 21. But I would say 24 would be maybe 4th or 5th when it comes to the hardest maps to get consistent on during rounds. 24 though, you can be very fast on it. And as a Black Flag map, you've got hard time being very consistent on it. Map 25 will come after if Exalty Tauro win 24. They'll need to win that one as well. I'd say that's the third hardest or even second hardest map to be consistent on when it comes to rounds. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to finish on 20 if Exalty Tauro can win those two maps. And 20 will be the deciding map. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves one hell of a match today. And if Golden Trio can pull off this upset, no one expected anything out of these three German players. No one knew their names in the casual scene. Who are these guys? When the high players were the only players who knew them, right? Top 20 players, top 50 players really are the only ones who played against them in ranked, right? These players have shown up and shut up a lot of people, especially me. I said it. I said Exalty Tauro were the favorites here to a lot of people, including me. But Golden Trio, they've changed my mind. They're showing me how it's done. And map 24, they have 3 map points. They have 24, 25, and 20 to finish it on.
I would love to see some Trackmania Turbo, I'm not gonna lie. And 24, that ending has been interesting, to say the least.
Very interesting.
That ending is usually is one of the places where it goes wrong. But 24, for me personally, this was my hardest offer time to get. There's just so many spots where you just, barely mess up your jump, you may mess up your landing due to the angle, you don't have enough speed going into the next section. You might make all these jumps, it's just that pace, and I wouldn't be surprised if any of the many transition jumps on this map is going to spell disaster for these players. But this is potentially the final map of the Grand Finals. Golden Trio leads 4-2. This is round 1 on fall 24, and I'm very, very curious to see how Tauro is going to deal with their deficit. And that's not a good way to start with Anexermer getting the jump wrong, falling out. It is a 2v3 at the front. Laurentius slowing down as well, so a bit of a 2v2. Laurentius is just going to try to stay a bit close to pick up some points. 2 points is better than 1. And a 2, 3, and 5 could be positive. I wouldn't go 2-4-5. 2-4-5 is not advisable, but Roadtaker is holding on to that 3rd place at the moment. And with a 6-4, and let's see, where do we have him? Where do we have him? There we go. Anexermer comes in 6th place. Exalty Tauro cracks open the map once again in the lead, 1-0.
Kerberos is the fastest man on this map. He is so fast. 59.5 is good enough to beat practically anyone's time on this map. It is a top 30 time on this map, done in a round. And Golden Trio are capable of those sub ones as well. So let's see if they can do it in a round, all of them, to fight up against Kerberos here, because he's the one to beat. It's all about his teammates, Roadtaker and Anexermer, whether they can be consistent and stay close enough to beat most of these Golden Trio mates. But at the current moment, Golden Trio could have an opportunity to overwhelm Kerberos here and get 2nd, 3rd, and 4th most rounds. Right now, Kerberos is in the lead, but Giuliano and Laurentius are 2 and 3. Vionics is in 4th. Laurentius makes a mistake. He'll fall down to 5th. It's 2, 4, 5. Not exactly what they need. Roadtaker is in 3rd. That is, with Kerberos in 1st, that's just going to be enough, barely enough for this team. Kerberos with the speed. Roadtaker will not overtake Giuliano. Kerberos with these insane times.
He just does it again. He just does it again. What do you do? Like, Kerberos, oh my word.
That 59-15, 5-15 is top 22, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to times, though, Kerberos is the second fastest player when it comes to this map, when it comes to world record.
I think, Anexermer just makes a mistake, and like that loss in speed is then fueled into Kerberos' car. And he uses that to just get these 59.5. I think we haven't seen that at all. We've seen 59.8, we've seen 59.9. I don't think we've seen a 5 at all. Again in the lead. Look at that.
By Kerberos. He's so fast. But Giuliano and Laurentius and Vionics need to be consistent. That's the big that's the big ticket, right? They could definitely beat Rotaker. He can't do sub 59. We haven't seen him do sub 59 during a round. Anixhammer, he keeps making mistakes himself, but that's Laurentius who clips. And look at Kerberos. He's not even risking because he doesn't even look like he is. But the fact is that he's still gonna get a sub 59 here. Sub 59, sub 50, sub 1 in this map here. He's gonna get himself a 59.3.
Oh my word. That is yeah, that's something. That's something.
59.366. That's enough for 13th overall, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. Wait, what is his fastest time then? What is Kerberos' time at the moment?
Kerberos' time is one of 3 people who have done sub 59. He has a 58.72 as his PB.
Oh, he's not even close to his PB. I mean, that's just insane.
That's why I'm saying he's not even risking. He's actually driving slowly compared to his hunt times. But he's absolutely hunted the hell out of this map. This is by far his best map when it comes to consistency and being fast. Laurentius, he tried to stay ahead. Just can't do it. And Giuliano, he's in second ahead of Rotaker, and everyone on Exalty Tauro will overtake him. It really helps when you have the second best player on this map. I would even say the best player when it comes to TSCS on this map on your team, who's consistently doing low to mid 59s. Ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be 4-0 for Exalty Tauro unless they all mess up this ending somehow, which would be hilarious and also sad. Kerberos, though, he'll win it out with a 59.4. This guy is absolutely insane. It's unprecedented how fast he is. That is enough for 15th overall. I mean, he's just doing top 20 times, just like that every single round without even trying. And we know he's not trying because his PB is nearly a second faster.
I think he's just having a slice of pizza on the side, right? Just taking it easy, kicking up his legs, like, fall 24, I'm home. And he just goes at it, right? He has been doing a fantastic job picking up first place every single round, and not by a little bit, by a lot. He's doing a fantastic job for Exalty Tauro, and that's what they need right now. They're behind. They're behind overall in the match. They are risking Golden Trio for outright winning the match, but with a 4-0 lead right now, I mean, I'd already start planning for 25, honestly.
I mean, it's 4-0, and look at that. Kerberos is in the lead with Anixhammer in second position, and the crash out of Giuliano. Laurentius is the only one who can really fight it up against Anixhammer here, and he crashes into the wall. Kerberos and Anixhammer 1 and 2. They will win out this round. Kerberos, he's driving slowly for his take into the finish with a 59.4 again. Top 15 overall time for him. He's absolutely insane on this map. He knows how to drive it, and he is a god at it. We're on to 25, ladies and gentlemen. It is 4-3, but Exalty Tauro, to win this finals, they're going to need to win not just this map, but 25 and 20. Can they do it?
That is the big question indeed. Can they do it? I definitely feel like that flexibility in who you field is what's helping out Tauro right now, right? If Tauro were to say, okay, we just have 3 players, and it could have gone maybe maybe more trios way, just because they have 5 players and know who to put in when. Having Kerberos in your team when you get 24 like that, it's so nice, right? You can choose, let's put in Rotaker, let's put in Vulnera, let's put in Kerberos. You can just pick. Yeah, well, let's throw in forever, whatever, just go on, have fun.
Despite that fact, they're down, right? They're down to a 4-2. Right?
Yeah.
How does Golden Trio stay this consistent on every single map? That's the interesting part, right? But they weren't so consistent on 24. They were fast, right? But they weren't able to keep up with Kerberos. I don't think anyone did, right? He did 2.5s, 2.4s, and 1.3. His slowest time was a top 30 time, right? The man's absolutely nuts. And Kerberos is actually really fast on this one too. He has a 101 on this map as his PB, a 101.0. Only 5 players have finished this map in less than 101, and no one is in this tournament that has a 1 minute time. So technically, Kerberos is the fastest person in this entire tournament on this map. when it comes to Golden Trio, they are nowhere near the top when it comes to this map. They have 101.7s as their fastest time. Now, that means they can do it pretty, like maybe once every, or maybe twice every 25, right? Like when they play on matchmaking. But they're going to need to do it a bit more often than that, I think, to beat out Kerberos on this map. Let's see it.
I guess it's in their favor now. Like if Tauro does have these monsters right for 25, then it's very nice for Golden Trio to already have this lead, right? They don't have to worry too much because, you know, if they lose this one, it's not the end. Though, do you really want to go 4-4 against Exalty Tauro? I don't know.
I wouldn't.
It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Either way, let's have some Trackmania Turbo. Bring on the Jose's, play them on, and we are live once again. Exalty Tauro versus Golden Trio. Golden Trio still in the lead, 4-3, but Tauro gonna be able to even it out, equal it out, or is Golden Trio gonna close it out right here, right now? Be sure to stick around at the end of the stream. Just a quick shout out. We're gonna have a cool trailer and an announcement happening. So don't go anywhere. Once we finish up the match, you don't want to miss that. Back to the match itself. It's a nice tight race. Look at that. Everybody close together, having a good start. Kerberos in the lead right now with Volnera right behind him. Vionics and Giuliano in third and fourth. Ooh, but Kerberos slowing down through the slalom section. Falls quite a ways behind, and fifth, in fact, and forever takes up the #1 spot. Still looking good for Exalty Tauro if they can hold on to these. Having first and second, Vionics in third, Kerberos now in fourth, looking like a Giuliano making a mistake. And yeah, that is a round win for Exalty Tauro. That's 6 rounds in a row.
6 rounds in a row for them. Actually, yeah, 6 rounds in a row for them. And forever right now. I mean, that's a really nice time. Volnera right behind him, less than 1/10. I think everyone in this server is able to do a 101 in a round. It all depends on whether it comes together, right? Because you need to risk a lot to get those 101s and to be faster than your opponents. Kerberos, right? He's technically the fastest player on this map. That doesnn't mean squat if he hits anything, right? Or if he gets a slowdown. So you just got to make sure that you're 2, 3, and 4 at this rate, just like on 24. That did not really happen, though. And forever right now, he's going to fight it out along with Kerberos because I do believe that... not forever, my bad. It is Volnera who is out of this round at the current moment. He is way down, and right now it's a 3v2. Giuliano does hit the wall, but it's okay. He's staying still in 4th or 5th position along with Vionics. Right now, Kerberos, though, running away with this one. Laurentius and Forever are going to be fighting it amongst each other here. Let's see who gets 2nd position as Kerberos here. He's uncontested at the front right now. He's got a lot of speed. He's going to show us what a mid to low 101 looks like as Forever. He's going to get himself 2nd position, and that is a mid 101 for Kerberos, a 101.6. I think that's the fastest round time we've seen on this map so far, and I think Kerberos has a lot more to show us on it. 3rd, 4th, and 5th in favor of the trio, but they don't get the map win. It is 12-9 the total points on this round in particular. It's 2-0. And more, this is looking like an Exalty Tauro win. They need to have some consistency. They need to find what is going on. They need to find what fits, right? They just need to not crash.
I mean, not crashing is always good advice, right? But right now, Golden Trio lost 7 rounds in a row. I can imagine, you know, having not won one just yet and not really getting close to a win either could mess with their mental state at the moment. I'm not sure how easily they can just, you know, deal with that, be like, it's good, it's whatever. But either way, it's a hard one. It's a hard one on them right now. It's really looking like the randomizer is now favoring Exalty Tauro. And Kerberos is just, again, look at him. First place, Laurentius is pretty dang close until he crashes into the engine off block. Quite unfortunate indeed. And it's looking like a 1-2 is in the cards once again. So 101.4. Wow.
But look at Forever, right? He's been consistent behind his teammate of Kerberos here, right? But like I said, it's all about being consistent. If they can do a low 102 or a high 101, they're gonna probably be able to be faster than Forever, right? Forever is saving it for second place, right? He definitely knows what's at stake. Kerberos can outright just win these rounds without ever risking. He knows how to play these maps. But this Golden Trio, right, they're gonna need just a little bit extra to get ahead of these players. To get ahead of Kerberos here. They just need the consistency to come down, right? To go up, I should say. As Kerberos
Not go down, no.
That would be
bad.
They need
Look
the
what you just did to Giuliano. Oh,
Look at what I just did to him. But, no, they need
Boy.
the consistency of Exalty Tauro to go down, is what I meant to say. And, I mean, that's not gonna happen at this point. Kerberos, I mean, he only crashed once so far on this map, and I mean, this is a really hard map to not crash on, but this man just knows how to be fast on it without ever crashing. He's not even risking it, as I said earlier. Volnera, though, he's not crashed out just yet. He's fighting with Lorenzius. He's faster than Lorenzius, though, and so he'll get second position. Another 1-2 and a low 102 for Lorenzius and Vionics. It's not going to be enough, though. They need all three players, and just to be slightly faster, it's 4-0 in favor of Exalty Tauro. The comeback has been real. Ladies and gentlemen, unless Golden Trio win 5 rounds in a row on 25, we will see everyone tied at 4, and on the last map of 20.
It went by very fast, though, right? We kind of flew through 24, and it's looking like we're doing the exact same through 25, even though these maps are pretty long, and Kerberos is doing a fantastic job carrying his team forward, bringing in the points. Like, how many points has he gotten in the last 2 maps? I'm pretty sure, like, he got, well, I mean, he got the full 30 on 24.
Right, he only messed up once. I don't know what position he came in, but I know that he's only messed up once. There's only one round so far where he wasn't first. So he has at
slowed down.
Right, so he has at minimum right now 19 points. And if he wins this round again, he'll be at 25 at minimum.
I mean, it's looking like it. He likes to go wide towards the end, and he keeps the speed. It's going to be enough to keep Lorenzius away as well. Giuliano does come in 3rd, but with Forever and Volnera in 4th and 5th. That's enough for a round win, and we are tied up. We are 4-4. We are going to the decider map, map number 9. It's going to be Fall 20.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for this one, because this is going to be a tough cookie to crack. This is not a map that either team is necessarily good when it comes to hunting on. No player is in top 20, right? And at this point, there's only, I do believe, 5 players who have a sub 47 on this map. So we won't be seeing any 47-1s, I would not think, on this map, right? We saw it out of, who did the 47 one? Was it Volnera that did it? Yeah, it was. It was Volnera who got 47-1. I think that'll be the fastest time we've seen. I think he'll be the fastest player once again on this map. So that he'll need his teammates to come up behind him. Lorenzius also has a 47-1 as his PB. Giuliano's a 47-2. And if I look at Vionics, he's got a 47-3. When it comes to this map, I think this is going to be very, very tight. I did not see any other player getting a 0.3, getting lower than a 0.3 other than Volnera. The thing is that I don't think Golden Trio can get those 0.3s consistently and stay in front. And with, I mean, morale tanking when you don't win a single round for 2 straight maps, right? That's 10 rounds in a row that you've lost. It's tough. It's tough on the morale. But 47-4 during the warm-up, they're showing us that they've got the speed and they might have the consistency. This is a red track after all. It's not the most inconsistent map in the world. They could definitely do 47s and win this map 100%. This is one of the closest maps, I would think. It's too close to call. It's going to be a great
decider then. If it is as close, then, I mean, I want to, like, we just had 2 washes happening. Golden Trio went from a dominating lead, only having to win one map, to losing 2 maps in a row, 5-0. That's not, it's not nice, it's not good. Who knows, maybe it was like, 24-25, we accept those losses and we can take them on 20. Perhaps it was a bit planned in that sense, right? Make sure we can win early so that we can avoid these maps preferably. But that is not how it has gone. Very curious. Yeah, but 20, I mean, Volnera, he's been doing great. He just drove a 47-2 there in warm-up. He even PB'd, right? He just PB'd like last match. That's yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it. I'd be surprised if it's gonna be another 5-0. I'd be disappointed as well, considering how close we are right now. Just 1 map remaining to crown the champion of the Trackmania Seasonal Challenger Series Fall 2021. We are live with map number 9. It's Fall 20 to close it all out. Looking at the lineup, we've got Anixhammer, we've got Volnera, we've got Forever on Exalty Tauro's side, and on the Golden Trio, it's the trio you know and love. It's Vionyx, it's Laurentius, and it is Giuliano. And we're starting things off with a nice tight round. Everybody very close together. Volnera starting to get a bit more speed to get into that top 2 spot, fighting it out with Giuliano. Let's see how this corner goes. Players tend to go a bit wide, and this time Volnera went a bit too far on the inside, flips the corner. Giuliano doesn't get the jump though. Anix looks a bit too high. Forever overtakes him, so 2 and 3 and 4 for Exalty Tauro. That's 11 rounds in a row.
These players have just shown us this round that there's at least 3 or possibly 4 players possible to do 0.3 consistently and possibly lower. This is what we live for. This is what Trackmania is all about. It's not just about the full speed. It's not just about the pace. It's about being consistent with that pace. These players are very happy, I think, that this is the decider map, because this is going to be one of the closest rounds. 11 in a row here for Exalty Tauro, but I think that streak might come to an end on this round. Oh, that being said, though, Giuliano does hit the ramp, and Vionyx is in 4th. Laurentius is in 1st, and Volnera, he's in 5th. He has the speed to be able to overtake Vionyx as well, but Vionyx has more speed than Forever, so he gets up into 3rd place. Giuliano is not a piece of this, and Vionyx falls out of the lead. He's gonna fall down the order. Laurentius, he's in the lead. He needs to keep Anix behind him. He needs to keep Volnera behind him, and he does, but it doesn't really matter, because Anix, Volnera, and Forever, 2, 3, 4, once again, Anix showing us a nice 47-4. That's good enough for 2nd place, but we know what this Golden Trio can do. Let them show us.
Though, I mean, I will say I'm surprised that the reverse sweep chat hasn't passed yet, because this is turning into a reverse sweep, and not by a little bit, by a lot. All right?
It's a landslide.
20 minutes ago, we were looking at Tauro possibly losing the grand finals, and now here they are, 2-0 in the lead on Fall 20. And again, one of the trio players falling off. It's Vionyx this time. And Tauro is, again, they have the opportunity to make their lead even bigger and possibly get into that map point. They just need to win 3 more maps to close it out, 3 more rounds to close it all out, I should say. Laurentius is good at keeping away the Exalty players, but not good enough at the end. Giuliano comes into 2nd, Laurentius in 4th, but 1-3-5 going to Exalty Tauro. Again, another round win, a great round to get closer and closer to perhaps crowning Exalty Tauro the champion, but is it going to happen, or is Golden Trio going to reverse sweep the reverse sweep? Is this a double-double?
Anixhammer came in 5th that round with a 47.41. That is enough for 85th in the world. That means all 5 of those players just did top 100 tons, just casually, on this map.
I wouldn't call it casually at this point.
I wouldn't call it casually either, but that's pretty much what it looks like, because these guys seem to be able to replicate what they can do, right? If they were truly on edge, fully hunting, as some of them might just be doing on this last few rounds here, because it is 3-0 for Exalty Tauro, Giuliano in the lead. He needs to keep this lead. He needs to keep Annex Hammer behind. Annex Hammer, he has more speed, but he gets airtime. Oh, they'll leave Giuliano to win the round. Annex Hammer nearly doesn't finish. Annex gets third with a snipe at the end there on Volnera. It is a slow time. Imagine that. Annex Hammer with this time, right, would have gotten last round.
That was ridiculous. There was a mistake happening on Forever's side, allowing all these players to simply overtake him, and the streak has been broken. Golden Trio finally won a round. They finally won a round after 13 rounds in a row losing. They finally took a round. They are not down and out just yet. They are looking to take the title. And, you know, if we had to give up 24 and 25 for that, so be it. But we will fight back on 20, and it's looking like another close race. All the trio players at the front. And it's looking like a 3v2 as well with an Exalty back behind by 0.7 of a second. That's gonna hurt a lot. Vonera does get in between the trio pack, but Forever makes a mistake. And it looks like Trio is striking back once more. We're 3-2 in favor of Exalty Tauro.
Amazing times out of everyone once again. Even Annex Hammer, who actually failed at the start here, actually gained time on Lorenzius, right? So had he not made that mistake at the start, we could have seen, what, a 0.1? Maybe even a 0.0 out of Annex Hammer? That's how strongly he was risking at the end there to try and catch back up, because he, as you said, he was 0.7 behind and finishes 0.5 behind.
Yeah.
He really turned it up after not crashing, but clipping at the start. And so let's see what this round here brings us. It's 3-2, and Golden Trio are bringing it back here. If they win this round, we will be tied at 3, ladies and gentlemen. And that will mean that there's only 3 more rounds left to decide who is the best team between these two. I would not believe my eyes if it turns 4-4 on map number 9 when this map score is 4-4. But right now, Giuliano, Lorenzius, and Vionics are 1, 2, and 4. But Lorenzius hits the wall. Annex Hammer, he'll steal first place. He gets airtime though. Giuliano is faster. Who gets into the finish? Giuliano finishes in 4th. So Annex Hammer wins the round, and he wins it for his team because Volnera comes in 3rd. Giuliano crashes the finish, trying to get there before Annex, and it loses them the round.
Wow. Well, that finish, it really came down because the finish, right? It's so sneaky. There's this tiny little corner you gotta avoid, right? Because you really want to go for the finish right away. But yeah, that corner, I'm sure that corner has cost many a people many a runs. But Exalty Tauro, they're on match point. They just need to win one more round. They've got 3 opportunities of doing so, and right now they are fighting hard for it. They only have to deal with Giuliano at the front. Vonera again having so much speed. Giuliano getting overtaken. Vionics, Forever, Lorenzius. Everybody is very close together. I don't know what it's going to be in the end. There's 3-10s between number 1 and number 6. And a 2-3-4-4 trio would be enough for a round win, but Forever is looking to have a bit more speed. No, he does not. Nobody clips the corner either, so we're not done just yet. Golden Trio stays alive, picks up the round. We're 4-3 in favor of Exalty Tauro.
Look at these times. They're insane. These times are absolutely
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Everyone's PB is a 0.4 or lower. Vionics actually has the lowest PB out of everyone here, and he has a 47.4 during a round, right? 47.4 is 0 on top of that, right? Everyone else has a 0.3 as their fastest time or a 0.2. That's insane. These guys are absolutely crisp. They're fast. They're consistent. Let's see if Golden Trio can stay golden. But that is Giuliano that's out. And Vionics and Lorenzius need to fight together here, hand in hand versus Volnera, Annex, and Forever. Annex is in 4th. Volnera is in 1st. So Lorenzius and Vionics need to get ahead of him. At least one of them need to. Vionics goes too high. You'll lose it out to Forever. Lorenzius, you need to win this one. He does. He gets 4th. But Annex Hammer gets 5th. It's GG's, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what a close match. You could not have called a closer one. 4-5 in favor of Exalty Tauro. They come back down 4-2. They're your winners of TSCS. The best team on the campaign is Exalty Tauro. But Golden Trio, they showed us a fight. They showed us what a real team can do, what a team of underdogs can do. Despite being underdogs, no one knew their name in the casual scene. These guys showed us how it's done. They should keep their head up proud because they lost to probably one of the best orgs in Trackmania.
What a roller coaster, right? What a roller coaster. When people go into a tournament, right? Watching a tournament, I should say, and you're following it along, and you're watching all these matches, everyone is hoping for that close grand final. And I know exactly what it's like to be disappointed when you get a grand final. That's just so one-sided that you're like, what were we even doing here? That second quarterfinal was way better than this, right? That was not the case at all, right? Exalty Tauro only dropping 3 maps up to this point, and they somehow found themselves behind 4 maps. Like, it's ridiculous. It's honestly one of the greatest matches I've seen thus far. Exalty Tauro just did a fantastic job fighting back, bringing in that reverse sweep with a 13-round streak as well. I mean, Golden Trio, I think these are names like Phaonix, Giuliano, Laurentius. These are names you're going to remember at this point. I'm sure you're going to be on the lookout because they brought the fight like no one else has this tournament so far. If Golden Trio had won it in the end, I think that would have been totally deserved. But the same can be said for Exalty Tauro. Such a great match, and just the skill level between the two teams, so equal. Honestly, so equal. Clearly their favorite maps for either two of the teams.
We should have played every map, honestly.
Maybe we should have. Maybe we should have played every map.
But I will say this. Our announcement is about to be called, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere because the Golden Trio might not be going anywhere either. You might see them very soon on this channel once again. Boney, could you play our little secret that we've kept for the last few days?
I mean, look, I'm just gonna... it's voice activated. I know, I don't have a button for these. It's just voice activated. So we'll see if it works. I'm gonna call out the secret code word. It's banana bread. Play the trailer. Show it.
It's time once again to decide which country can call themselves champions. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Trackmania Seasonal Country Championships. Yes, we are back with the 3rd iteration of TSCC, this time for the fall season. For France, they're gonna come through, ladies and gentlemen, with a 4-2 victory over Germany. They have not lost a single game in the country championship. Your winners!
Registrations are open for any country to join. You just need to make a team consisting of 3 to 5 players of a specific country. Anyone of any skill can join, but be quick. Registration closes on December 2nd. There will be a regional qualifier held on December 3rd to determine which team from your country is the best. If your team is the only team in your country, you immediately go to the qualifier. 3 qualifiers will be held on the 4th and 5th of December, where teams will compete to reach the playoffs, which will be played out on December 11th and 12th. So come join the Discord and follow the Trackmania Esports channel on Twitch to watch the games live. There is no current prize pool, but if you would like to donate to build one up, you can donate via the link in the description. Will France reign supreme once more? Will a new team emerge victorious? Or will others redeem themselves from the last season? The only way to know is by...
There we have it. I know a lot of people were somewhat aware to the sense of like, this is probably coming, this is probably happening, but yes, the Trackmania Seasonal Country Championship is back once more for another edition, this time on the fall campaign. Last time we did summer with France being the winner of that one. Very, very interesting close match as well against Germany. And we'll see if the reigning champions will come back to defend their titles. As you could see as well, we don't have a lot of time to register, so get those teams ready. Find your fellow countrymen and assemble your team to get ready for the Trackmania Seasonal Country Championships. I'm super hyped for it. I already, obviously we're aware of it. How are you feeling about it, Quantum Death Cat? Are you looking forward to shouting out again? Hopefully you don't lose your throat this time.
You know what? I am happy no matter what we see. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this might be the biggest TSCC we see as well. Though it might be the shortest one because there's only 2 weekends of play.
Yeah, it's short.
But I think it might be the tournament where we get the most countries in total. And with what we saw out of Juliana, Lorenzius, and Vionics, I don't doubt for a second they come back with a Team Germany of their own to try and claim victory in that tournament because they lost out on this one. Speaking of this one, though, they do still win $170 that is presented by you guys. You guys bought skins on the Gumroad.
You can see them right now. They're on the screen. Look at them go.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are some cool skins. I bought them. I got them. I'm gonna be repping those for the next fall season until winter when hopefully we get some new ones. Who knows? Who knows?
But,
I mean, they're badass. And I'm just happy. As you say, it's thanks to you guys getting these skins, buying these skins, and just fueling the prize pool in this manner.
Exalty Tauro obviously taking the $300 first place prize pool. Damn, they was so close for the Golden Trio.
They have more people
they
though.
had it within their grasp.
They gotta separate with more people, right? Golden Trio is just 3 people. They got 5. Like, how are you gonna do that? Like, that's kind of awkward.
Actually, they got more people because of that. They got more people. They got because
I'm sure they've got that figured out.
We got it figured out.
Maybe Kerberos just picks up the majority, right? He's just like, yeah, nah, I carried. All right, just give me them, Look, we were down before I came in, so, like, I don't know. I'm sure they got a system going for that.
So there was another match playing in the meantime. It was Golden Trio versus the Flying Guys for who would get the $90 that was left over for third place. I do believe it was 90. And I mean, whoever lost that match would get 0. So it was a very important matchup. And the Golden Trio did it. They got the third place. They won 4-2 over Flying Guys. They lost 5-1 on map 08 to then win it 5-0 on map 09. Then they win it 5-3 on 24, losing 0-5 on 21, and then winning 20 and 06, both with a score of 5-3. They won 3 maps 5-3. So 3 very closely contested maps that could have gone either way. Went the way of Golden Trio. They get the $90. They split it amongst themselves. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we'll have to split as well.
I think you misspoke the name. Everybody's losing it.
Yes, I am. Not Golden Trio.
Look, that's what you get for not waking up on time, all right? I told you, get a good night's rest, take care of yourself, make sure not to watch any screens an hour before going to bed. I told him, guys, I'm sorry. Shift, you did great. Sorry.
Shift got this. I'm tired, okay? I woke up 3 hours ago just to start casting.
Poor excuse. I won't have it. All these excuses. You remember from what was it? Something about Tauro sweeping Shift 4-0. All right, that didn't happen. All right, it was 4-1. All right, get your facts straight.
That was a hot take before the match started. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all in good fun, of course. But yes, Shift did win out the $90 for mistake.
Yes. So
Golden
thank
Trio
you all. Yeah, I think we're there. I think we. Whew. I need to rest up a little bit. We've got some TMGL Challenger happening. I know you're doing the Big Genius stuff. I'm casting for Mikatro, and after that, we've got the main TMGL happening as well. It's a lot of Trackmania today. No TMFL happening this time, but these Sundays have been great. Honestly, there's just been Trackmania every single time. I'm having such. I don't know, I'm just having a blast thinking about it. The country championship, as you saw, right? You can register up until December 2nd. We'll have the qualifiers on the 3rd, and the playoffs itself will happen on the 11th and 12th of December, just to get those dates out there once more.
The qualifiers are the 4th and 5th, though, so you need to participate in the qualifiers to get to the playoffs.
Unless if you're celebrating Sinterklaas, don't worry. You got time. I'm sure most people are like, what is Sinterklaas? Most people who are Dutch will know. I mean, everybody who's Dutch will know.
So, yourself, you'll be casting Macquattro. Where will you be casting that, by the way?
Oh, that's me, myself, my only channel whatsoever. on the Boney Seat channel. I mean, it's literally my name. Just put the www.twitch.tv and then a slash, and then you just put my name, and then there you go. It's very, very simple, very straightforward. I'll be sure to dress on up as always. Got to make sure to look good on the camera, and hopefully Mikatra will make us look even better, because he is in top 8. See how he does. But how is Begenius looking? How are you feeling about that? Where are you casting that match from?
I am casting it from Begenius TV, the Begenius ESC TV, of course, on Twitch. I'll be casting it in French, sadly, though, so you guys might not like the French cast. Maybe that's why not many people went to go see our wonderful Mr. Bueno, who was casting this match in French. Again, big shout outs to him, who's been casting every single match in French for those who wanted to watch those matches. And I mean, he did a great job at it. Wonderfully done by him. And I, for myself, I'll be casting for Energize today, who's currently in 5th place in TMGLC in an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty close together, right? So Challenger at 6, Main at 8. We had OGL yesterday, and the last step is next week as well, right? We just have 2 steps remaining. After that, we're going into the playoffs, which are not right away. There is a bit of, I believe there's 2 weeks between, there's playoffs. There's a bunch of stuff going on. I need to check the rulebook on that one again, because I think that's been the hardest one for me, right? As somebody who's not driving it, just understanding all the rules and what happens if this, if that, if then, all these scenarios. It's a lot going on. Like I say before, if you don't want to go and understand a rule book, just drive in first place. Easy, right? Don't even think about it. Just drive the fastest. Who cares about rules? Who cares about rules? I'm just driving first place. See you later, nerds.
I don't know if SRK is here, but if you would like to send us just this entire crowd to someone else's Twitch channel. I mean, it's still 300 people. I think anyone who's currently streaming for Trackmania would love it. You know what? Oh, yeah. Zapdos, he's casted for us before in the past, yeah. And he's currently playing for not currently playing, but he's currently streaming. Maybe we could raid him with our 300 viewers. That'd actually be pretty nice. SRK, if you could do that. But ladies and gentlemen, that'll be it for us, I do believe. I'm gonna take an hour break. I'm gonna eat. I didn't eat this morning. I only had like 2 croissants. Yes, I'm French after all. I need to eat my croissant, my baguette.
Say French, you're Canadian, all right? Come on, like, you're just them Quebecians, am I right?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy Zapdos' stream, and I'll leave you be, Boney. You end us off.
Yes, thank you all for being here. Obviously, thank you for Rave Out for production. Thank you, SRK, for organizing the tournament. Thank you to you, obviously, and I for the casting along. Man, I am just all these names through my head. Obviously, SRK already named the players themselves. You guys watching Bueno doing the French cast. Am I missing anyone else? All the skin makers, all the skin creators who are providing the skins, who have which we have fueled the prize pool. I think that's all I can really say before the time runs out. Just thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this amazing match. Congratulations once again to Exalty Tauro for winning the tournament, and we hope to see you in just a few weeks for the Trackmania Seasonal Country Championship. Have a good night.